Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It's lunch. It is Sunday, August 30th, 2020. And we are starting into our 24th week of this pandemic. Safer at home, social distance, wear a mask. Pandemic. What else can you say? Right now in Jacksonville, Florida, it is going on 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 79 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Humidity of 88%. So that makes it feel like it's about 90 degrees. 78 degrees Fahrenheit in here. That would be 26 Celsius outside, 25 Celsius in here. So, coffee with Doc. What do we talk about today? Well, starting out with it's 1 o'clock. I've actually been up for a little over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, something like that. I've been talking about my difficulty sleeping. Somebody had mentioned to use aspirin, and that seemed to help. And then I got these aspirin PM, over the counter, basically pain medication. It said to take 2. Oh, I slept like a log. Oh man. Unfortunately, I slept way too hard, and then when I did wake up, I was lethargic and yawny and just like couldn't wait to go back to sleep, and so 2 of them was too much. And I guess different people react different ways to different chemicals. It didn't used to affect me that much. I used to use the over the counter pain medicine like that all the time for my back aches and whatnot. So anyway, I cut back down to 1, and that still had me one pill. I took it at, I don't know, like 3:30 in the morning, something like that. That still had me sleeping over 10 hours. So it was still, again, that wasn't what I wanted. And I would still get up, still feeling, all doped up, and coffee wasn't helping. And that doesn't help when I have to go out and get, be driving to go get the Cranbrats or whatever. So I'm down to half of one of the pain reliever PMs. I take it about 3 o'clock, and I'm asleep by 4-ish. If I don't fight it. I have a real problem of taking medication and getting involved with a book and then fighting the nod off. So I'm not fighting it, and I'm getting 8 to 9 hours worth of decent sleep. I mean, I still need to get up a couple times and call nature, but that has a lot to do with the medications that I'm on. So it is what it is. You just got to deal with it. But so yeah, I would like to go without it completely, and I tried that Friday night. Not going to happen. Nope. I was tired. I turned off the light, laid down. Again, it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish, something like that. Toss and turn, toss and turn, toss and turn. Could not go to sleep. So got up, had something to eat, thinking maybe that was the problem. Went back in, laid back down again. Toss and turn, toss and turn. I didn't get to sleep until like 8:30, almost 9 o'clock. So that's not going to help me any. I don't know. I need to get out and be more active or something, but it's just, with this pandemic thing going on, you don't want to be out in public areas or whatever. So I miss going to the beach. I really want to get back down to the beach. Uh, Even just for a short walk. So I keep saying that too, but then I don't know. I think part of this whole thing has got me back into my hermit routine where I'm comfortable here at home and don't want to go out anywhere. I don't want to go out shopping. I don't want to go. I don't want to go walk on the beach. I mean, I do want to go walk on the beach until I decide that I'm going to go walk on the beach, and then I think, nah, and I don't go. And so there, I'm battling with myself over it. It's I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. It's annoying, and it's just something I'm going to have to force myself to do. I guess get out and live. This is. I mean, I'm alive, but this is just you know, yeah. But anyway, I made this a little too sweet. I'm trying a new honey. I got some honey from a local beekeeper. Man, with my coffee, it is good. Let's see. Talk about the grandkids for a little bit. Picking them up from school. They have this app thing where you come in and once you get to the school, you push in and announce that you're picking up your kids. And they've got that pretty well sorted out, and I figured out how to use it, and they figured out how to use it. And it seems to be working really well. The line flows a whole lot better than it ever did before. Like when the old system that they had. So I say that, and it depends on who throws a monkey wrench into it. So now my grandbrats have two different fathers, the ones that I pick up, and they go to their dad's house 2 or 3 days a week, and then the rest of the time they go home to mom. And did I say two different fathers? They live in two different homes. They have one dad, one stepdad. So they have two different homes. And so anyway, that's not the point. The fourth grader, I went to pick them up, and Spider, the 5-year-old, he was waiting for me right there where he was supposed to be, and he got in, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and the teacher called for the 4-year-old and the preschooler 2 or 3 times, and she said, "We're gonna have to have you go up and wait at the buckle up area, and we'll find them and bring them up." So I'm up there and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And two other lines of the cars came by. Like they bring the cars up and they load them up and then let them go and bring more cars up and load them up. And there's, I don't know, 8 or 9 cars in each line. So 2 more lines went by when finally here comes Johnny, Mike, and Chewy. So we get them all loaded up and whatnot, and I'm leaving, and I'm like, what was going on? And the 4th grader said, "Well, I didn't know where Spider was." I'd had Spider this whole time, so I've been sitting there for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes. I wasn't mad. I was just a little aggravated about it. So I told him, "Look, I mean, it's really great that you worry about your little brothers. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a big brother. You should worry about your little brothers. But in situations like this, you need to listen to people who are telling you what to do because they may know more than you do." I said, "See, we had Spider in the truck, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "It could have been that, your grandma came and picked him up early because he was sick. And they wouldn't have told you that, would they? He said, no. I said, so as much as it's a good thing that you're looking out for your little brothers, sometimes you have to let those in authority do what those in authority need to do. So hopefully we got that through to him. And again, I reiterated it to him a couple of times that what he did wasn't wrong. It wasn't, like anything bad or seriously wrong, but that he shouldn't really be worried that much about it, and to listen to authority a little more. I mean, I'm not really all that big on listening to authority either, but sometimes they do know better. So, on the same topic, I mentioned that the 5-year-old is a 5-year-old. I'm not 100% sure when his birthday is, but it's one day in the next week, I believe. Beginning of September. I am terrible with dates. I don't really remember dates or whatever for any other birthdays. I have enough problems remembering my own birthday. So anyway, they've decided, because they've got 5 boys. On each birthday, they take the birthday kid to a special place by themselves, whatever it is they want to go do. If they want to go, play arcade games, if they want to go to SeaWorld, or if they want to go out to dinner and a movie, whatever the birthday kid wants, that's what they get to do. So Spider was given that option, and he wanted to go to SeaWorld. Well, when he was told it was going to be just him, he said, if my brother can't go, then I'll stay home. Meaning his little brother. His Chu is 3. He'll be 4 in November, I think. Again, I'm terrible with dates. Anyway, he's 3 going on 4. But yeah, Spider said, if my little brother can't go, then I'm not going to go. Now he understood that his older brothers couldn't go because this weekend they're with their dad. So he wasn't as concerned about that, but he wasn't going to leave his little brother behind. So it's amazing how much those kids care for each other. It really is. But anyway, crazy weather. I woke up several times this morning, and it was raining. Just turned over, went back to bed. Got up at, I guess it was 11:30ish, something like that, and it was still raining a little bit. It's overcast, wet, and really muggy, yuck outside at the moment. Like I said, it feels like it's 90 degrees. So the humidity is so heavy, it's hard to actually breathe out there for me. And I got things that I want to get done. Even though, like I said, there's, I say I want to go out and do this, I want to go out and do that, and then decide, nah, I'm not going to do it. There's some things that I really want to get out there and do. There's things that I want to get done on Sherry, to get it set up. I've got all this stuff laying around to do the awning, and I get weather like this. Looking at the radar, and let's see, I'll pull it up. We have rain all over the place. So I don't want to get out there and have a storm blow up, even if I just try to set it up outside, out here. But again, it's so hot and muggy outside. I don't want to be out there doing that. It'd be a different thing if I got down to the river or something and was able to breathe. Or at least had a cool breeze or something going. But just chomping at the bit, get going. And I know this weather isn't going to last long. It's the end of August, another week or so, and we'll start getting nicer days. Hopefully, I don't know. We've had so much rain lately. It's really difficult to say, but I had kind of had a trip in mind for this weekend. I wanted to leave Friday evening and head west. I don't know, about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes, and there's a couple of free campgrounds out there. I wanted to go out and like I said, at least get things set up. Try out my awning. Get the bed and everything all set up and made up, and once I'm out and in the vehicle and puttering around in a camp, get everything put away and figure out what can go where and this, that, and the other. Right now I'm doing it kind of piecemeal, and it's really not working out very well for me. I'm still not sure. There's one captain seat in the middle of the van. There are two in the front and two in the middle, and then there's a big couch that folds into a queen size bed in the back. And I've taken the one seat out, and I'm not sure if I want to take the other one out. I kind of want to take it and turn it sideways to use it, while I'm sitting inside the van, sitting and looking out the side doors or whatever. Sit inside and use it as a kind of a seat like I'm using now. But I'm undecided what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do that, or if I just take it out and then I can use one of my regular folding chairs. Just set it up when I want to. That would give me a lot more room. But the captain's seat reclines. Now, will it recline if I turn it sideways? I don't know. It's one of those things that I have to actually figure out. I don't even know if the plate will turn sideways. It looks like it's square. When I'm looking at the other one, it looks like I can unbolt it, turn it. What is that? Turn it 90 degrees, I guess. And bolt it back down again, and it looks like it should work. I don't know if it'll work to recline or not. It might. So that's one of those things that I need to really get out there and mess around with. Again, it is so hot. It just you break into a sweat just walking back out to the van, let alone try to get it out there and be busting knuckles and whatever. So just another one of those ideas, maybes. Yeah, I've got a couple of other things on the burner to do with the van, and the weather just doesn't cooperate. So it is what it is, right? I mean, with life's problems, these are minor inconveniences. They're not even really problems. Heck, I've got my what is that thing called? Hoverboard, the two-wheeled motorized contraption thing that I set up to work with the wheelchair. I still haven't had a chance to get out and try that out. A couple of days that we had that were dry, it was still so humid out that you couldn't really walk outside. Or at least I couldn't. I miss those days. I used to work in this stuff. I mean, I say I miss it. I probably don't really miss it. I remember being out in it and it being nasty. But when you're working in it, you learn to deal with it. I worked doing landscape management, ran crews here and there and elsewhere, but weather like this, when it's 90 degrees out, it feels like 102. You just learn to deal with it. You carry a couple of extra water bottles. You pour them on yourself, pour them over your head. You drench your shirt. You can have a couple of wet bandanas around your neck. Every night I would go home and freeze water bottles and like buy the, I guess, 16 ounce or 18 ounce bottles of iced tea. You freeze those, so you had something cold to drink all day long. Had a thing that held the bottle, and where my lunchbox was also attached right to the side of the lawnmower. Excuse me. This big old riding mower, but so yeah. I mean, I used to be out at it. I kind of miss that. Then again, I don't miss it. But right now, I really can't. I can't get out there and do what I want to do. I've got my yard needs to be cut, and there's just no way. I tried getting out there the other evening and just getting the equipment out of the shed. I was huffing and puffing and had to come back inside. It was just like that ain't happening. So. It'll get done. Either I'll get it done, or I'll get one of the kids to come over and do it, or something. Pay the kid down the street to do it. But there's ways around everything. So somebody had asked a question, and let me know if you've seen this and got your answer. I can't find it. I know I didn't get to answer it on YouTube, but I scrolled through yesterday looking for it and couldn't find it. So they had asked about. I did a video not long ago about a medicine hall, over-the-counter medicine and whatnot, like this first aid kit. Then I get through my insurance, and they wanted a little more information on it. I'm disabled, so I have Medicare and Medicaid, and I use a third-party insurance to deal with that. HMO, PPO, PMO. I think right now I'm on a PPO. But they take your Medicare, Medicaid benefits and whatever and enhance them in many different ways. Like I'm also over 60 years old, so there's a program called Golden Sneakers or Silver Sneakers. Where you get free membership at different gyms. So that's how I got my membership at the YMCA, and I go there for showers. I could go to Planet Fitness or some of the other gyms and do the same thing. So they have that, and then there's other stuff that they do as well. I mentioned something about my brother's doctor sends an Uber for him to get picked up and dropped off, and that's covered through the same type of a program. My brother has he has the same company but a different setup. He doesn't have the PPO like I do. But part of that is you get your different medications, your over-the-counter stuff, and it's not just the provider that I have or the carrier that I use. My brother and I both use that carrier. Swoosh uses a different not character, carrier. And then I have a couple of other friends that have similar situations, and they use different carriers as well. And they all have the same basic setup. So I guess basically it's if you have Medicare, Medicaid, and you use a third party uh, to handle everything, then talk to them and see about what they have in the way of benefits. Whether it's, like I said, the access to the silver slippers, um, and that was available. That's supposedly for seniors, but it goes. I was able to get it well before I was a senior, and my brother actually told me about it, and he's a year or so younger than I am, and he'd been doing it for a while. So you don't necessarily have to be a senior to get all the benefits that they have. Just be on disability or whatever, I guess. So, um, but yeah, I guess I hope that takes care of it. And the program that I get, I don't know, I get I forget what it is, $150 worth of over the counter stuff uh, every 3 months or something like that. So that's basically $50 a month. But one thing I noticed was, like, I can go to Dollar Tree and get a bottle of aspirin for $1. They're almost $8 on this over the counter free medicine, because you have to, like I said, you get like $50 a month or 150 every 3 months. So everything's got a price so that they know how much to charge you for it. Well, it's like $8. It was either $7.95 or $8.95. I forget. And I don't think there was as many aspirin in the bottle as the one that I get from Dollar Tree. So, yeah, but then again, it's free. I don't really actually pay for it. I guess I do in my taxes, or y'all do in your taxes. But that's just the way the government works. $4 million hammers and $35,000 coffee mugs to go into warplanes, and it's just the way it is sometimes. Anyway, let's see. How long have I been over here babbling and yakking? 27 minutes. We're going right on a half hour. Oh, I don't know. I've been kind of off on doing videos this week. It's part of that same thing where, I'm just walking around here not really doing a whole lot of anything, where I'm doing something quick and easy. Like, this is a paint roller that I've cut off to use as with my canopy. So that was a project. Excuse me. It took me longer to find my tools than it did to do it. And do you really need to see me cutting a piece of metal? I'll describe it when I actually go to use the thing. I haven't really been cooking anything spectacular. There's been a couple of dishes that I thought, I can do a video on this, and then nah. There's really nothing I got going on. I do have a couple of things in mind. Let me know in the comments what you think. A young lady friend of mine was talking about the stuff they call a brick. It's jailhouse food. Now, my oldest son has told me numerous times that the stuff I make up reminds him of jailhouse food. So, anyway, Shauna was talking about this brick, and when I looked at it, I thought it was like a couple of burritos covered in cheese and chili and whatnot. And then she started laughing at me and told me what it was. And I was like, I make up something similar to that, just not exactly the same or in the same way. So here's my idea. I want to take all of the ingredients that she used, or something similar or along those lines, and make up a modified version of this jailhouse food. And it's all over YouTube. I know that. Made in Japan. has done some, and there's others that do them. Um, I guess actual uh, former jailhouse occupants or whatever, and do the real thing. Oop, I'm running out of time. Salachi, y'all. Bye bye.